Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Hero Realms, which is Fantasy Star Realms, if you're not familiar, done by Wise Wizard Games. They have made both of them, and yeah, basically this is a fantasy deck building game that primarily is played 1v1, but they have a bunch of expansions that change that. What's cool about this one is, I want to say, and I could be wrong here, Hero Realms, like obviously, so there were Star Realms, space deck building. They came out with this, and then they made character expansions that we have played before. We didn't do it in the run through, but it's like you pick a character. It's your generic fantasy thief, rogue, paladin, cleric, ranger, fighter, all that. But it made you more unique. And I know Star Realms did it later, but I want to say Hero Realms did it first. And that's kind of what differentiated both of them. It was like, well, do you like sci-fi or do you like fantasy more? But then it's like, oh, well, if you get Hero Realms, get the character packs. Because that made you have different starting health, a different deck. And we just got done playing Star Realms and this back-to-back. And a little while ago, we were playing Hero Realms, base, kind of what we did for the run-through. And I would almost say, I'm curious if you agree with me here, I want to say I think Star Realms is the better pure 1v1 game.
Yes.
But Hero Realms is better than Star Realms if you have the hero packs.
I'd agree with that.
Because, like I said, if you go watch our Star Realms run-through, it was a lot closer. It lasted a lot longer, about twice the time, which was still about 30 minutes. But Hero Realms seems to just go by very quickly.
Yeah, we already had our turns. Like, you were shuffling, and I was shuffling several times when we passed to each other.
Right.
Just because of how quick it is.
Yeah, but you do so much damage so quick. It's like, I'd almost say if you want a longer, just base Hero Realms game, double your health. Make it 100.
And I think the biggest reason why is the starting hands, or the starting 10 cards you get, because they're all ones in in Star Realms. Star Realms.
That's true.
And in this, you have a card that does 2 damage and a card that does 2 coins.
And I think it's because there's also better ways to heal in this.
Oh, yeah.
But if those cards aren't coming out, or if the heal card you really need comes out after your turn.
You took it!
Then it's like, okay, I'm not healing at all, so I'm basically dead.
I wanted that goddamn angel card so bad.
Right? Yeah, I mean, and I like the fact that they have tap abilities.
Yes.
That's very
copyrighted, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Exhaust
abilities. And that's probably why it's like 50 health, but you have multiple ways to, like, in one turn, be like, I just gained 20 health.
Yeah, when you gained all that, I was like, well...
No, you gained it. Well, you gained 12 health.
I gained 12.
But then it was kind of like... It was funny, because I'm like, I think I'm going to win. And then you're like, oh, I gained 12 health. And I'm like, 19 damage, or 22 damage. Because I happened to get
it was
all
like
those
22
greens.
or 23,
Yeah, because I happened to get all those greens that played off each other. But yeah, but then whenever we played it with the character packs, I think it was the Ranger versus did you do Paladin?
I did Cleric.
You did the Cleric? It was way closer.
Oh, it was a lot closer. And I think your character actually started with more health.
A little bit more health, yeah.
I just did more damage.
You just dealt more damage, but I had, I think I just edged it out because of the Ranger had, his bow, and then the card, I had, kind of card draw.
Yeah, you were drawing more. You were having better card efficiency, and then on top of that, you had cards that were like, oh, well, if I do this type of arrow with this type of thing, I do extra damage.
Yeah. And I think that's really cool. Again, I believe, Star Realms has something like that, but Hero Realms did it first. So it's like, oh, you kind of feel more unique.
Yeah.
And that's what makes deck builders a lot more fun. It's like, ooh, this is my build. So this is what my character's kind of best at. Let me see if I can, exaggerate that. But also, and we just did just take their unique deck. But you can also... It's kind of convoluted in how they do it, but you can I think you just set an amount of action points, and then you can do personal upgrades, skill abilities. That's just kind of out for you. And then that just differentiates yourself even more. So base to base, Star Realms I think edges Hero Realms out, but then you have the hero packs or the character packs that make it
Better.
a little bit better than regular Star Realms. Other than that, this is great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game.
Like,
I think when we had our discussion about Star Realms, I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I ended up giving it a whatever score I gave. I'm gonna have to give this the same score just because they're so close, and the two things that make them different are they just level each other out.
exactly.
So
At this point, they're virtually the same game. Now, Hero Realms went a little bit more into the adventure, like they do have, and you can go watch this on my channel. They do have a little campaign thing, like you.
yeah, you were telling me the solo.
Yeah, like where it's like it's like a 5-game module where you kind of have a little bit of branching paths, but you level up as you go from round to round, and it's really good. They have 2 of those out, and then I think their latest Kickstarter is like Dungeons, where that's more characters and more stuff. Art is fantastic.
Yep, it was good in Star Realms.
Yeah.
I actually think this is better just because
I do like this art better.
I think it has to do with the fact that it's fantasy, though,
I-
which is
I
personal
kind of
bias.
agree. Yeah. You know what's super funny is I only had 4 green cards, and the rest were all the reds. I don't think I ever really used these until the very end. Granted, they're all super cheap, so
Yeah,
I just bought all these. But
I think the yellows were the most. Yellows and blues.
yeah, you went big into yellows for this one. And it's just, I mean, just like Star Realms, this is equally great. Like, you have a bunch of replayability in the base game of just shuffling those up and be like, okay, what cards are coming out in this market?
6 and 6.
Nice.
I didn't get to play my dragon.
Nope. And that's, I would honestly say, if you're not doing the hero packs, 100 health.
Yeah,
Like, I haven't personally tested that, but 50 goes by pretty quick.
I'd say
Maybe 75, just in case that someone gets a healing engine, and it's like, oh man, this is taking forever. Like, you're not dealing damage, but I'm not dealing damage to you.
I'm outpacing your damage.
Yeah. So maybe try 75 or just feel it out. But I feel like 50 is kind of like, oh, that was quick. Yeah, it's
It's a solid game.
It's super solid.
There's not a whole lot to go on.
Not really. No, it's a pure deck builder. If you don't like deck builders, then you probably won't like this. Although I would say give it a shot and get one of the hero packs.
Mine.
No, they're mine.
Okay.
No, I think one of them's yours.
Yep, one is mine.
But yeah, it's really good. Like, I mean, there's not really much that differentiates itself from Star Realms except it's fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, unlike, I mean, they have the tap abilities to show that you've used it. Star Realms doesn't have that. You just have the bases that are out that are kind of like, well, you can still just activate those. Or their passive abilities, whereas this is like, well, this is one-time use. But it has the guard instead of the, outpost. It's like, nope, that's guard, so you just have to...
You have to deal with it first.
Yeah. So yeah. Scale of 1 to 10, Hero Realms.
I'm going to stick with what I gave Star Realms. I'm going to give it a 9.
Give it a good old 9. Yeah, I'm going to keep it as where it's at an 8. I think they're both great. I own both, and probably over time, I might get rid of one of them, and if I had to choose, it would probably be Star Realms. But I really want to try out all those expansions and just see if, like, all the expansions for this and all the expansions for that separate them instead of it being like...
Because if it makes them drastically,
like
drastically different, then you got to keep both.
Right, but then it's like, if it's like in Star Realms, oh yeah, here's the adventure module for Star Realms. It's the same one in Hero Realms, but sci-fi. It's like, okay, I don't need both.
Yeah.
But this also does have like boss modes where you can fight a dragon or you can fight a lich, which is cool. That makes it co-op. There's just a lot that both of them have to offer. It's, at the end of the day, do you like fantasy or sci-fi?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's our thoughts on Hero Realms. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.